What's up, guys? My name is Kyle Stewart, and this will be one of the first videos that I make in regards to iMac. I wanted to make this channel and start making more iMac content because there's just not a lot of it out there, and I understand that it's hard to film, and we're working on that, trying some different cameras and stuff. And so in the meantime, I figured I would just make a screen recording of the simulator and walk you through kind of how we do an unknown, or how I do an unknown for a contest. And I'm going to use the Invitational. I think this is the Invitational Known A from Tucson 2024 as my quote-unquote unknown for this video. And for those of you who don't know, we fly a known sequence all year long. Everybody flies the same sequence in each class, and then on the last day, or depending if it's a multi-day contest, there might be more days for unknowns, but usually it's a Saturday, Sunday, and then so we have Sundays unknowns, and they hand them out on Saturday night or Saturday afternoon. You're not allowed to fly them or practice them. That's the whole point of the unknown. So what we do is we go down, go through the whole sequence with a stick plane, and we fly the sequence with a stick plane and get the directions right. Sometimes the directions don't matter. You can go personal preference there. I like to snap to the right, so you'll see me do a lot of my snaps to the right if the direction doesn't matter. So I sped this up a little bit, but what I'm doing in the background is flying these maneuvers with my stick plane and making sure that I like the direction that each of them, or that each of the maneuvers have, and then the ones that the direction really doesn't matter, I just skipped. But you can always go in there and add your preferred direction. But for the sake of this video, I've just gone through and selected and made sure that I got the correct directions for the ones that mattered. And so I could fly this sequence for you, and then I'll have y'all tag along and watch me give this a shot as an unknown, having never flown the sequence before. But with full disclosure, I did fly the sequence 2 or 3 times trying to get this video to record correctly. So this is not the very first time I flew this sequence, but this is the first one I got a good recording of. And so what I'll just do is kind of walk through or talk through the mistakes I see that I make as I fly this sequence. So all I'm doing right now is a simple turnaround maneuver to set myself back up for the to come into the aerobatic box and start the sequence. So the first maneuver is a roller, one to the outside and one to the inside. That's my shorthand, the O and the N there on the sequence. So we're in the box. We've started the first maneuver. Immediately I see myself descending. I'm losing altitude. Roll rate seems to be pretty decent. I kind of saved my altitude loss there. So there's the halfway point, and we're reversing the roll direction. And I'm losing altitude again, and then kind of gaining it back up, doing a little balloon effect there. Overall, not too bad there. Then we have the shark's tooth. Maybe a little shallow on that 45. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes on the simulator, but not too bad. Under rotated there on both of those roll maneuvers, and then had to push quickly to exit there. Part of that's because of the simulator, and I don't think the physics are as well, obviously the physics are not as great, or is not as realistic as real life, but I feel like the plane doesn't slow down very much on the down lines in the simulator, so I'm having to rush some of these exits because I'm worried I'm going to hit the ground. and mess up the sequence. So I'm not going to get too upset about that one. It's a little under rotated on that snap. Got a little off my vertical, a little tail wag after the hammer. Little over rotation there and an under rotation there, and again rushing that exit. That's not very centered on the line there. And the outside loop. What also made this a little difficult is when I was recording this, it made the simulator kind of jumpy, so you see it glitching a little bit. For whatever reason, the screen record function was causing that. So it's not exactly as smooth as I would want it to be. And this snap sequence here kicked my butt. Just really late on the left rudder, finishing that 3/4 negative and then losing altitude and then over rotating the 1 1/4 positive back the other way. I really botched this one. The 4-point roll, decent, but then I terribly over rotated that half snap, and I usually enjoy the half snaps. So that one was not so good. Decent point rolls there on the 6 of 4. Pretty happy with that 45-degree upline. Again, it's hard on the simulator sometimes, but I feel like that was, I struggle with getting my 45s steep enough, so I'm really trying to work on that. I feel like I might have sped up the roll rate through that 8-point a little bit. I feel like I didn't quite get that vertical perfectly straight, and you can see there why I've been rushing the exits of these maneuvers, because I almost ran that one into the ground. It's just hard to tell when the ground's coming on the simulator. And next we got the stall into the figure N. This is a long maneuver. You gotta be patient with this one. Bunch of different parts to this. One of the things I struggle with is really rushing things, so I'm trying to slow down and take my time. Under rotated that snap terribly. And then the final figure. Happy with that point roll. We got the double snap across the top, which is kind of fun. A little early there, in my opinion. It's kind of hard to always make those look exactly like you want them to. And we're finishing with the 3 of 4. A little under rotated, and then a little under rotated on the snap as well. And then you're not allowed to do this, but here's a crankshaft for fun just to finish it off. But anyways, really appreciate you guys watching and taking the time, and look forward to making some more iMac content. We got the season opener in Georgia, not this weekend but next weekend, so I'll be making my first contest video, so be sure to check that out. And if you have anything you want to see, give me a shout. Let me know what you want to see. I want to make more iMac content, and try to try to get the word out there and get more people involved. And any way I can do that, I'll give it a shot. So thanks again, and we'll see you soon.